I caught up with one of my friends this morning, Alex Bellini, who I think I mentioned on one of these videos before actually. He's an Italian adventurer, used to live around here in Tame and now lives in Italy. So we were just having a virtual coffee catch up this morning, haven't spoken to him properly for a while. And he's a speaker here and does a lot of speaking actually, mainly conferences and some company sort of corporate training as well, but mainly conference speaking. And he obviously he's been hammered pretty hard with all of this, and we were just talking about some of the kind of the views for the future and how this might at some point go back to normal and how long it's going to take, because obviously all events for the next few months have been cancelled. But he said he was being asked to give quotes for events that are to be taking place in September and October. So we're kind of talking about this because that's certainly one of the things I want to be looking at, and now is the time, around now in the next month or two, as people are looking at autumn conferences to get speakers booked in for them. But actually, will there be mass gatherings and conferences and conventions and get-togethers as soon as October, November time? I mean, it seems like a long way away, but at the same time, it's just, will people have the stomach for it? Will they want to be in that close proximity with strangers when we'll have been conditioned to be separating and distancing ourselves so much? So it's kind of interesting times, and thinking about the future and thinking about when things will get back to, even some of the things will get back to normal, like conferences and keynotes. And I'm not. One of the things we talked about actually was, what could, let's say this goes on for another 10 months in terms of the disruption to the speaking and entertainment industry, events industry rather. Like, what does an alternative business model look like? Is it more online? Is it exclusively online? Is it, what are the options? Because obviously we can't just keep on putting off and hoping that things are going to get back to normal soon, and then it just takes longer and longer. So it was just an interesting conversation, really kind of good, very positive. Alex is a great guy. He's very kind of upbeat. He's got two young daughters as well, and his wife out there in Italy, and they've got very, very stringent lockdown regulations over there, much more than here in the UK. But it's so we talked about that and talked about speaking, and talked about I guess it was just good to chat with somebody who's doing this and who I've known for a long time, and I've got a lot of respect for him and some of the things that he's done and his approach to things. And this is what I was talking about the other day when I said that I wanted to be exposing myself to more positive influences like that. And I've got a few more sort of meetings and calls booked in. I had another chat with my coach Heather this afternoon as well, or this morning rather. And then my friend Phil, who's another coach and does a bit of speaking as well, this afternoon, and just kind of bouncing ideas, just chatting. I've got to be a bit careful I don't do too much, because otherwise it's like I'm not actually ever getting any work done. But at the same time, I know I haven't been doing enough of it, and I feel like I need to be building that in. Been fairly productive today, got a fair bit done, including prepping up the webinar, finishing it off, the one I'm delivering tomorrow. These are all really good now, because these webinars, the framework has already been created. I just need to tweak and to kind of fiddle around a little bit with each one and just go through it to make sure that I'm refreshed and I know what I'm, I know the order of the slides, and I know what changes I've made in the day or two before. So I'm feeling pretty good about tomorrow's session. It's on physical well-being for Amy, the engineering company. And then there's one more on Friday. I had the briefing call about that this afternoon as well. All in all, kind of getting there. Still more that I could be doing. It just feels a little laborious, trying to do the thing. Laborious. To be honest, I'm in the same sort of situation that I was in before, with not really having absolute clarity on who I need to be calling and what the offer is or what I should be asking for. But I think I just need to do what I've said I'm going to do before. Just get on the phones, a bit like I did before, and just get on the phones and speak to people. I've already got my little list of people to call and to get in touch with. Just maybe that is something to do back end of this week, tomorrow and Friday. make some calls. I just got to go out the house to do it, which is the other pain. So anyway, I'll work it out. So there we go. There's my check-in for the day. Thank you for watching. Thanks for listening. Give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and check back in again tomorrow for another daily update. Bye for now.